Jim Carrey joins us here. It's so good
We're
to
all
see
ready
you.
together. Don't you feel it, brother?
You know, we are, I don't know if we're together. We kind of don't believe,
There's no separation between you and I.
There's none? We are
No,
one?
we are one thing. That is true.
We're
My mistakes are your mistakes. Congratulations.
well, we're going to get to
screw up big time.
We're going to get to all of that. Before we start into some of the business here, Jim, first of all, you look great.
Thanks.
You look great.
Man. Thank you. Little man makeup on, gotta make it last.
Sissy's been asking this question to me for a long time, and I just don't have the answer because I was not there. But listen to this. Go ahead, Sis, about your wedding.
Okay. So in 2014, I got married in Los Angeles in a historic building, and we were looking at wedding venues. They told us that scenes from Liar Liar were filmed here, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, and other movies and music videos and things like that. But I was trying to pinpoint exactly where that happened, in what ballroom, and it was the Park Plaza Hotel, which is across the street from MacArthur Park. Now it's called the MacArthur.
Oh,
but I'm bringing it back to the 90s. So like,
I used to sell fake IDs down at MacArthur Park there.
You know what I mean?
I got a lot of people into the country.
Hey.
Uh-oh, he was grabbed out of frame.
His team.
Unnameable thugs.
So is it a rumor or not?
Sounds like it's true.
I have no idea. I don't remember yesterday.
I'm glad you say that because, these co-hosts of mine, they'll say, hey, don't you remember the other day or a year ago when we talked about this? And I have no recollection of that at all.
I am good for property values, apparently. I'm a good name to sling around. Oh, Jim Carrey was here once.
Yeah, it was. This might have been a house he wanted to buy.
Yeah. Bunch of guys jumped him right there. Broke his teeth off on the curb.
We're going to come back with Jim Carrey and talk about. By the way, let me tell you,
it's not a comeback, man. Okay, I've been here the whole time.
New York Times best-selling author Jim Carrey. When we come back, you and your co-author Dana Vachon have an interesting equation here, or structure for the book, which is, it's called Memoirs of Misinformation. It's a little bit of fiction, a little bit of real art and life. Yeah.
It's apocrypha. It's basically the same thing that was done with King Arthur, and I've started, because you got nothing but time here.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm reading the classics, and I'm reading Bram Stoker's Dracula. Okay.
Wow,
the old
that's a classic. Yeah.
Of it. Yeah, and I'm realizing, oh my God, this is another example of what we did with the book. Basically, is that we took a real history and we embellished, and basically Vlad Tepes was this insane warrior that would do anything to prove that he's the devil, to scare people, and it became this incredible myth that we carry forward over and over and over again. So. That's kind of what we did with the book, is we just made a myth out of me.
Jim, is the myth and the legend.
We got to tell all the things, say all of the things I've always wanted to say.
But is the idea that we as the reader don't really know where the intersection of art and life are as we're reading along?
Yeah. Well, it's the point is that the entire book is geared toward freeing you from yourself. So in doing that with myself, I hopefully am through osmosis, freeing you from yourself, freeing you from grasping at things and trying to create a character you can drag through life that will be a winner.
Was this was this book that exercise for you? Was this the actual freeing of yourself for you? Is that what you mean?
I think my entire life is that. Every choice I make generally is some way to chip away at the granite facade. So. Yeah, I'm always looking for ways to expose different parts of myself.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? This is just a way to do it in a way that you can throw everything up in the air and there are no rules anymore.
Now you mentioned people in this book. Did they read this book before that it was released to the public?
Well, it's so funny because I'm in the process right now. I'm waiting on several people who have told me they're sending me letters. Tom Hanks is sending me a letter. Anthony Hopkins is sending me an email of some sort. So I don't know how they're going to react. It's very strange, to drag them into my my little experiment.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's all done with love. I mean, there's really, honestly, nobody in this book that I don't respect as an artist. So, you know, when I cast Kelsey Grammer as the guy who's interrupting the guru all the time because he wants his own voice to be heard.
Right.
You're talking about a trained actor. I mean, of course they want their voice to be heard. They want to have the quintessential line at the quintessential time, you know? And I know that because I suffer from that. I got to get my points in. So I cast him as a character he's played brilliantly for years, you know? And so, you know, it was really fun doing that. It was really fun playing with the characters and basically having this band of, you know, concerned celebrities fighting for the good of the planet in Earth's darkest hour.
Yes. And
that's really what it's going to come down to, isn't it?
Earth's darkest hour. And it is.
Celebrities will save the planet for sure.
But it is your catalog, honestly, Jim, for my house. And I know a lot of people listening homes like to go back and watch some of your great movies has allowed us to smile and laugh in a cruddy time. And so for that, we're forever grateful.
That is the whole point, you know. It's I'm the luckiest person in the world. I don't know how it happened, but I keep being able to step into all these different realms, and people follow me there. And you know, I ask a lot of my audience, a lot of indulgence, and they seem to come with me. And I've been super lucky. You know, one of the main things that I asked for, that I envisioned, you know, when I was up on Mulholland Drive there, and that's all true story. Was that I would do work that would last, that I would do work that would keep reintroducing itself to new generations, you know. And so I deal with everybody from, you know, the Safdie brothers who grew up with me, and all these brilliant contemporary guys that have dug my stuff since the beginning. I was their first movie, a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And now I get to hang out with them and admire what they do. And there's this weird appreciation loop going on that I just don't know how to express how lucky I feel about.
The mutual respect. And yeah, and your fans, as you said, that they're loyal, they follow you along, but it's just such great stuff that you have accomplished that. You've accomplished that. You've got work that will last forever with different generations. So
why can't I rest? Right.
You can't. As someone that never does, we're not allowed. We don't rest. We just go. You know why? Because we're grateful. We're so happy we get to do this.
10 jobs. You're like.
I've got to go to another. I've got to go. I have to move on. Hey, it's great to see you, pal. Thanks for coming on.
So great to see you, man. Great to see you all.
So if you want to check that out, Jim Carrey and Dana Vachon, the book Memoirs and Misinformation, Where Books Are Sold. Jim, take care. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Okay, thanks, man.
All right, bye.